buy them a
Oh
Ferrari
shit.
after the first
Here we
date
go
when
again.
their personality is garbage and they don't reciprocate good deeds in the relationship.
If a man can't spend $75 or $100 on a first date, he just shouldn't be dating. If a man wants to take you on a walk or go for coffee on the first date, say no thanks and move on. A friend of mine was all excited because this guy took her to Crumble Cookie. She's this super sweet 19-year-old girl. And she was so excited, and I didn't want to like crush her heart about it. But I was like, yeah, that's nice, but I'm literally not impressed. He bought you a $4 cookie.
I bet
Yeah,
y'all.
because certainly how well they connected doesn't matter. All this girl should
Right.
care about is how much he spent. Lady, she's 19, which means the guy probably is not that much older. He doesn't have $100 to spend on first date.
$100. I watched this other video. This guy had the best take ever. He was speaking about like, bro, if you meet a shawty, she have to end the day. She have to end it. You just take her to a fucking park. Go for a walk. You know, sometimes you be spending money on a girl, and on the first day you be spending a lot of money on a girl, and then you end up not liking her in the first place. Be like, damn, I wasted my money, and you be like, there are a lot of hands there that be like quote unquote berries that have zero personality. You feel me? You feel like she tough and all that. Then when you get to know her, you be like, nah, bro, she doesn't have any personality, gang. What the fuck, bro? So the best thing you can do, just take her on a park, take her on a walk. Like do the most inexpensive shit. Go to a fucking swimming pool if she got makeup on. Do like spend zero to nothing on the first date. And when you get to know her, you say, nah, fuck it, I fuck with Shari. We lock in. We are locked in. But that's when she end the date. That's when she end an expensive date. You feel me? Do fun things, bro. Don't spend a lot of money on the first date. Just go for a walk. Get to know her personality. She can be a fine Shari. She can be fine. But if her personality is dog water, bro, if her personality is nonsense, you wasted money, bro, because you never see her again. And you can tell that what type of girl she is when she's asking for you to take her to expensive places, bro. And you haven't even started talking to her, which is wild, bro. Which is wild. So, without advice, just take Shari to for a walk.
Dates because unless he's a trust fund kid, most 19-year-olds are broke.
Right.
How is this woman going to go to her friend who had a great time and tell her, actually, you didn't have a good time because he only spent $4 on you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's $5 with taxes.
Right.
But lovely advice. Somebody please tell this woman that there's a difference between appreciating when nice things are done for you or when expensive purchases are made and expecting guys to spend a ton of
And that's one thing. If a girl is not appreciating the little things, bro, if she's not appreciating the little thing you're doing for her, no. Even I know in this economy you're broke. I understand, but if she doesn't appreciate if she doesn't appreciate those little things, by you buying her chocolate, you buying her this, sweets, nigga, you feel me, chips, knickknacks. You understand? If she doesn't appreciate those shit, bro, what are we doing, gang? How do you expect her to appreciate the expensive date? How do you expect her to appreciate you buying her a dress if she doesn't appreciate the little things? Crazy.
money on you or else. Have fun dating a doormat or being single. Speaking of, let's get back to our main subject of this video, whose name is Danielle. Danielle is a striving wife-to-be who is a little down on her luck, so she has decided to hire a matchmaker to help her out. Let's continue.
When talking about what I didn't like in a man, I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said
Right.
I would chew them up and spit them out.
Mm-hmm.
Her response was, well, I married that type of man.
You're going to have to get with a doormat guy. No hypermasculine man who can overcome that girl boss energy is going to want to put up with.
Yeah, she want the alpha male. She want the chart. You know, she doesn't want a doormat. The guy that she can step on and all that. But at the same time, her attitude, no alpha male, as he said, no alpha male will settle down on that, bro. Truly speaking. Right.
with you. You either need to soften up or find a guy who likes being bossed around.
And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. She was saying that men really like a soft woman.
Right.
And I should try some of these vision board, journaling, meditating type of things. Would never gonna be that type of person.
Yeah, the matchmaker is completely right. This girl Danielle is super high strung and needs to bring her energy down a bit. After watching a lot of her TikTok videos, I can imagine that every moment of her relationship with her is just a constant argument over nothing. I
Right.
don't know about vision boards or whatever, but journaling her day-to-day experiences so she can go back and reflect on them would be very helpful. And meditation would also be very helpful. Meditation is not woo-woo BS. It actually works.
Yeah, meditation will good, but there's nothing more crazier than having a crazy bitch, bro. And like, as a guy, bro, you shouldn't be dating a masculine girl. She's gonna, cause everything you do is gonna feel like a fucking threat to her. Cause when you try to do something, she'll feel, and she'll feel a certain type of way. So it's gotta be argument after argument after argument after argument, bro. Every day you come home. Why did you leave the plate on the table? Argument over small shit, bro. Those type of relationship are not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. Just walk away. It's not worth it.
Particularly for people who are high strung, have anxiety issues, or things like OCD. I'm not saying that this will cure cancer or give you superpowers, but learning how to consciously shift your attention away from anxiety or negativity, or learning how to bring your energy levels down, can be really useful from a psychological standpoint. This is probably what the matchmaker was trying to tap into, but Danielle seems to miss the point on every part of this interaction.
She also said that she could sense I had some walls up, which, of course, I'm coming to meet a woman who I'm asking to find my future husband at the rate of several $1,000s. I, of course, am going to be here really just trying to interview you, my dear friend, because I want to know if I'm going to get my money's worth with you. So, of course, I'm going to have some walls up. I also think it's perfectly normal to have some walls up when you are meeting someone for the very first time, and who also had not taken the time to do her own research on me by stalking me on the internet. She definitely didn't have time because she asked for my socials no more than 1 hour before our meeting.
I can just imagine Danielle looking through every social media post of whatever guy she just met on Hinge and showing up to the date saying, "So on March 8th of 2017 at 4:35 p.m., you made a joke I found offensive. Would you care to explain yourself?" But anyway, why would a matchmaker stalk you on social media?
What the
Dating is
fuck?
all about first impressions,
What the fuck?
especially if you're using apps instead of meeting people through your social groups. So the whole point of this consultation is to see how you interact with people on the first time you see them.
Right.
Obviously, she failed at this.
So I asked her if she thought I would be ready for her services. Her response, she essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high and I'm not ready for a long-term committed relationship.
High standards.
At the ripe age of 38, where I've been in therapy for 10 plus years.
Your therapist didn't tell you to journal in those 10 plus years? This is not the flex you think it is. If you're not going to listen to people's advice, then why are you wasting money on these services? Like I said, being in a relationship with this lady must be one of the most frustrating experiences on the planet. You're wrong about everything.
It must be hell, bro. It must be hell being in a relationship with her. Cause god damn, bro. Shit. And there are guys that tolerate this type of females, bro. They'll be like, the alpha females, bro. The boss bitches. But here's my take though. If a girl is not feminine to you, she can be alpha with other guys. But if she's not feminine with you, nigga, she's not your girl, bro. Because I know for sure. Maybe for Danielle, there used to be a nigga she was soft for. Girls have a way of bringing their wall down for certain type of niggas. If she see that you're the type of nigga she's comfortable with, she'll bring her wall down easily, tough, you know. She'll be she'll be cleanly, she'll be singing, she'll be in her feminine energy. But if it's a guy that she doesn't like that, she'll be like, yo, what's up, gang? And like she'll be all muscular, like Danielle.
I'm perfect and I don't need to fix anything about myself or listen to other people's perspectives. Therapy has to be impossible on a woman like this. How do you get her to self-reflect and admit to wrongdoing? Well, the answer is you don't, considering that she refused the recommendation of multiple self-reflection exercises.
And these are girls that call themselves tens. bro, she said I'm a 10. I'm perfect. So there's no room for improvement. Yeah. Oh
That's
man.
from the matchmaker. I think people like Danielle only really learn from severe life consequences.
Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. Which honestly, I think for that reason alone, she should have her matchmaking license taken away, because we shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they
What?
are. It is dangerous commentary, and the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity.
I can't wait for her to instantly contradict that in some other piece of content she's
Oh my
made.
god,
But
bro.
okay, I'll get right to making a report to the National Association of Matchmakers to make sure that this woman gets her Class A license and board certification revoked.
Why?
Jokes aside, if you're poorly tempered,
Bro, like I know she's suggesting because I feel like that's a her problem, bro. Danielle, that's a you problem. You are the fucked up person in this situation. How you said you've been in therapy for 10 years and you're expecting a matchmaker to fix what therapy could not? Wow. Crazy. Wow.
and annoying, then you aren't deserving of love. You are not fine the way you are, and it's not a coincidence that the people who say, I'm fine the way I am, tend to be the most insufferable people. They haven't done any actual self-work, and if Danielle is still acting like this after 10 years of therapy, then she's just LARPing as a patient.
Well, we're celebrating my 38th birthday tonight, and we are going to watch all of
Bro says she's lapping as a patient, bro. Wow.
what she said aside. I am so excited. And we're going to believe that no matter the type of woman you are, love is out there for you. We are not going to listen to this toxic narrative.
Keep doing that and see how it works out for you. So anyway, this is not the only video of Danielle that's gone viral. She has many videos about her dating life and the guys that she interacts with. Let's see how that's going.
This is how you do not plan a freaking date. You are gonna get rejected. I am here, gonna show you with receipts. I pulled this one from the archive. Let's get into it. I had been on one date with this man, and I got right in that group chat after the first date telling the girlies, I think this guy is great. I had such a nice time with him. We had so much fun. We had a lot in common. I could not wait to go on a second date with him.
That's a great admission. If this woman goes on a first date with you and likes you, but you slightly offend her while planning the second date, she will use you for content. I hope none of her future dates stalk her on social media before going out, because this would be grounds for ghosting. Reputation is a big deal, and guys should not go near women who do this for content.
I could not wait to go on a second date with him. A week or so later, he finally texts me and is like, hey, are you free Sunday for brunch? I'm like, yeah, great. That Saturday night, he sends me this text, are you still up for brunch? Yes, I'm still up for brunch. You're saying that 5 p.m. on Saturday, brunch assumingly would be Sunday, noon, 1. Yeah, what are you thinking? I could come your way if you know a good spot.
What's wrong with that? That's
She's
straightforward.
rolling her eyes here because she's mad that the guy isn't doing all the planning for the date. Not every woman wants that, but a lot of women do because it shows leadership skills, so I actually don't think this is a ridiculous expectation from Danielle. Finding good places to go is not that hard. You just go into TikTok and type in your local area along with fun date ideas.
That's
It
game, chat.
literally takes 10 minutes,
That's
including
game.
the time it takes to book the reservation online. I'm going to give her a victory on this one, but not a complete victory, because the main problem here is not that Danielle has the expectation that the guy plans the date, it's how she handled this situation.
Okay, let me do the heavy lifting
Interesting.
for you, buddy. So I give him a list of these places and I add, not sure if any take a res, meaning, hey buddy, I'm giving you 3 options of places I'd like to go, but you are gonna have to do the footwork to determine whether or not they even require reservations. A lot of brunch places don't, or what the deal is. He says, oh, the Dutch Eye. Not even sure what that means. Like, oh, is that a plan? No.
So she misinterprets his message saying that he wants to go to the Dutch and sticks with her confrontational attitude instead of doing something like asking for clarification or saying, sounds great, as a way of confirming that she wants to go there so he can then make the reservation. And for the one person that cares, I did spend about 10 seconds looking it up, and the Dutch does take reservations. But do you see what I mean when I said this girl is a headache? Instead of counteracting his lack of plans with something like, I don't really have a preference, I'm more interested in seeing what you like, she immediately goes, well, I guess I'll do all the work here for this loser, who, by the way, I said was great a few seconds ago. Now, I know women love being told this, so I'll say, calm down, Danielle. Do some meditation. Every action from this guy doesn't have to be perfect, and chances are that you're doing some imperfect things too. You already said you thought he was great on the first date, and this isn't that big of a deal. So it's better to assume ignorance and think that maybe he hasn't been with a woman who thought this was super important before you call him lazy. But it's really ironic that she said that everyone is deserving.
It's the crazy thing is that girls want niggas to lead, and you should be leading the situation in this scenario, bro. You should be like playing the days, just telling her, yo, put on a dress, put on a nice little dress, put on a nice cool dress. You feel me? And then pull up, or I can pick you up. Where are we going? Don't worry about it. Just tell her, don't worry about it. Like even if she had been to the spot many times, you pulling up without telling her, and you like pick her up. You're like, hey, let's do it. That would be more, romantic. That would be more. She'll be in her group chat, be like, yo, these niggas just told me to wear a dress, and we went to. You feel me? And yeah, bro. And the dude, she brought up three places. Dude brought said, okay, this one. Then she start giving attitude. She just about to say, hey, cool. Then the guy be like, I bet, because the guy's confirming like, yo, do you want to go here? She'll just say, okay or no, I want to go here. As some guys, they don't mind. They don't mind if a lady leads. They'll be like, bro, you want to go eat here? Bet, let's do it. Because some guys, they're not tapping, bro. They don't have this type of game. Like restaurants and dates and nice areas. Maybe you have friends that went to nice places and they were telling you about that one spot. Yeah, just tell your nigga, bro, I wanna go see this spot. You feel me? Yeah. But she is crazy.
Of love just as they are, while being
She's
so
crazy.
judgmental the minute a guy she really likes makes a slightly wrong move.
So then that morning, I get a text from him. Howdy, how does two sound? I never heard back from him the night before, so what do I say? Oh, when I didn't hear back last night about a reservation or anything concrete, I made plans for this afternoon. You
How does two sound? Just say okay, bro. Just say cool. Two sounds great. Let's meet at two. Instead of you texting that long paragraph. Oh boy.
cannot,
Oh boy.
for a second date,
Oh, boy.
try and make plans the morning of. Even less than 24 hours. Like, your girl is busy. We are not sitting around waiting for you to reach out.
Yes, you are.
So this is the craziest
Yes,
thing
you
ever.
are.
So you can see that she leaves him on red after he tells her where he wants to go, and now it's his fault that she didn't
Yeah.
respond back the night before. Obviously, he's not going to double text the same
That's
night because you
crazy.
know how insane women like Danielle can get about that. So this follow-up message from him is basically saying, hey, you didn't respond back last night when I picked the place. Does 2 p.m. sound okay? I mean, Danielle is so confrontational about this follow-up. The matchmaker was absolutely right. She's too immature for a long-term relationship. She fails to communicate and then passive-aggressively makes other plans around the time that they were supposed to go on a second date. The reason that you're having terrible success with this is because you aren't making finding a husband a priority. If you were making it a priority, then after the unclear text interaction from the night before, you would have planned to do something like chores or catch up on emails if the date didn't work out, and then maybe get dinner with your friends instead of lunch. Planning a whole other activity during the time that you were supposed to go on the date was stupid. This guy isn't doing anything outlandish here, and he texted you at 9:45 a.m. for a date for 2 p.m., which is plenty of time to get ready. And honestly, if marriage was a priority for you and this guy was a guy that you said that you can't wait to go on a second date with, you could have just canceled your other plans. I'm sure your friends would understand. Now, I will give her a little bit of leeway here by saying that, again, I looked up the restaurant, and the Dutch is actually pretty reasonably priced. So I think it's great that Danielle is not demanding that her date take her to a restaurant that charges like $50 for waffles to meet some arbitrary price requirement. I don't even
Right.
think that brunch at this restaurant would come close to $100 for two people like that chick from earlier said a date had to, unless they drink or order a bunch of extras. So Danielle gets points for not being a TikTok gold digger. She's just high-strung. But this isn't that complicated. She wants to get married, right? She's out there doing yoga saying, I'm gonna find someone someday who might actually treat me well. Not if you're busy trying to actively find reasons to reject guys who are into you that you said you liked. This right here just seems like it was a waste of money.
We are now 12 days into me injecting myself twice a day in order to freeze my eggs as a 37-year-old woman who is single with no man in sight, but wanting to make sure I preserve opportunity for myself. I've spent $11,000.
This type of girl with this type of social media blueprint, bro. With this type of social media footprint, they're not gonna get a man, bro. Because imagine you dating this girl and then you go to her page and be like, oh no, I gotta be tippy toe around here. Gotta be careful about what I say because she gonna make a video about me. Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want to be the guy being laughed at in the group chat. I don't want to be the guy that being laughed at on TikTok, bro. No. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, bro, she gonna change the narrative. She's gonna make it look like, bro, you're the bad boy. You're the bad person. You are literally a bad, wicked person. Wow. Interesting.
Out of my own pocket, no insurance coverage to do this.
I try to be optimistic for people and wish them the best, but the likelihood that these frozen eggs are ever going to get used is low. She has about 2 years of genuine and aggressive mental health work before she's mature enough for a serious relationship. She'll be 40 by then because she was 38 when she got rejected by the matchmaker. Actually, almost 39 at this point because that was a while ago.
Damn.
And then you have like, what, 2 or 3 years to go from just meeting somebody before you're ready to have a child with them? This is all assuming that everything goes perfectly, by the way. But at this point, she should drop the idea of having biological children and instead just focus on finding someone to spend time with. Or she can be the crazy girl boss aunt.
But either way, I was like, this has to be like one of the laziest attempts at putting a second date together. Like, bro, second date, what are you doing?
Okay, cool.
You missed out is what happened. Sorry.
What he missed out on, a Chinese parade? Now, everybody on the internet loves a good dumpster fire, and though that last clip ends the video, fortunately, there's a follow-up.
Have an update on the Dutch eye. He messaged me Sunday morning. Hey, good morning. And I about died, y'all. Honestly, I was like, oh my God, did he see the viral TikTok and he is coming for me? But nope, he just wanted to check in, see how I was doing. Then he asks about a second date.
This is like the weirdest thing ever. She made this viral video crapping on him and making fun of him publicly, and she's going to go for a round two? This has to be just for the content, right? Because unless she is immediately transparent about the viral video that she made and she brings it up in a way that can be laughed about, that relationship has no chance. Nobody should be with a partner who publicly shames them and uses them for social media clout. That is
Maybe, hear me out, maybe. Bro, so the video's like, nah, this is not how I go down. So bro is playing the second day so he can crack. Hear me out, bro. He's literally like, you went on a day with a shawty, she go make a TikTok about you. That shit go viral. I bet. You know what? I bet, let me do it. And you be like, nah, let me crack this shawty and go, bro. Some niggas literally have that type of mindset, which is crazy. Gotta do what you gotta do,
a
gang.
major failure on maintaining good relationship boundaries.
So I respond, yes, I'd love to, because I would. The next part of the communication is where I just get confused. Let's know, when are you free? Do you want to go here?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my fuck, bro. Nigga just say, let's do it. And you be like, when? What are you gonna do? Bro, just say yes, so we do it. Second date, she said, yeah, I love to. Then say, let's. Genuinely, bro. She's dumb as a rock. Genuinely.
Forward movement.
I feel like interacting with this girl is like playing a video game. There's this great video this guy made about introducing his wife to video games for the first time, where he let her figure out game logic, and she's like, why can't I just climb this thing normally? I can do that in real life. Yeah, but it's a video game, so you can't.
Even the 3D games that seemed like they might be more straightforward had a few things that ended up being confusing for her. For example, in Uncharted 2, what a player can climb is indicated by being colored yellow, but that wasn't obvious to her, so she constantly tried to climb things that just looked like they could be climbed. And then she questioned why she had to take the longer, more roundabout path when there were perfectly good handholds right above her.
So there's a certain logic that you have to follow with Danielle, like video game logic, that you just have to know or things don't make sense. And it feels like if you're going to have a successful conversation with her, then you need to
What?
follow a very specific script. And if you go off that script, she just short circuits and has no idea what to do.
I will say, you all in my comments said that I needed to be more forthcoming with communication as well, so I did ask for what I want and communicated my needs. I said I love a solid plan, so the ball is in your court. I'm free Saturday.
Right.
This is a shock.
Right.
She's taking feedback.
Okay.
She got all kinds of responses
Okay.
to that second date video.
Okay.
And while many of them were outright harassment and threats, which is cringe, don't do that. But while many of these comments were from losers who can't laugh at dumb videos without making it personal, a number of them contained useful feedback that she actually listened to. This response here is pretty decent. I love a solid plan, so the ball is in your court. I'm free Saturday.
I'm
It's
impressed,
not
bro.
mean, it's not confrontational.
I'm
It's
impressed.
to the point and lets them know what her preferences are.
I was expecting some bullshit. Not gonna lie, bro. I was expecting some bullshit.
So he's not just guessing. Now he can decide if he's okay with that and if this is the type of person he wants to be with.
And he said he'll plan something as we get closer. So we will see what happens.
So I've actually been sitting on this video for a while because this year a random video of mine turned into a huge drama. But I believe I found out about this event while it was happening, and the next season wasn't out yet, which means I didn't have it saved on my computer already, and that's a problem because this happened months ago, and Danielle posts on TikTok more than a meme account posts on Twitter. And TikTok's search function is horrendous. But after over an hour of watching random videos, I finally found the next installment.
We have our last and final update on the Dutch guy. You might recall that in the last video I posted, he wanted to do something this Saturday, and I said to him, I like a solid plan, so the ball's in your court. And he texted me yesterday, let's check the receipts. I think we should do something for the Flyers game on Saturdays. I let this text sit for a while. Number one, that sounds fun. Number two, I just was thinking so hard about whether or not this is the guy for me, and thinking, I don't want to lead him on, but maybe I give it another chance. And then I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of guilt about the fact that there have been viral videos about this poor guy. This is what I replied. To be honest, I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry for dragging this out. I wish you the best. Which I think was a kind way to say thanks, but no thanks. And we're going to move on to the next. That case is officially closed.
So he makes a plan and she rejects him anyway. That's a good message to send, though I'm going
Let's make plan. Let's do it. She said, agree, okay. But it's in your court. That when bro make the plan, she said, nah, I'm good. Wow. I feel like these are the type of girl that get validation from rejecting niggas, bro. She's smiling from ear to ear, bro, just because he rejected this dude on TikTok. Wow.
to give her the benefit of the doubt on this one and say that she rejected him out of guilt for the viral videos, and she knew that would kill the relationship, so why waste time? I guess we'll call it her being gracious after she did something dumb.
It can be that.
I will add that after spending a while
Can
looking
be
for
that.
all the relevant TikTok videos, I found that she got a new matchmaker after she was rejected by the first one. However, that was 7 months ago, and she was still kind of doing failed dating videos, so I don't think she kept up with it. And I don't know, this might just be the bad
I'm
interpretation
recording this
of
at night,
someone on
bro.
the outside looking in, but if you're looking for a life partner, then maybe the basis of a large portion of your content should not be this.
Another rejection story. I know
Oh
you
my
guys
God,
love them.
bro.
Another rejection story.
Oh my
Another
God, oh
rejection
my God,
story. I gotta give you guys the background on.
Not that, bro. Let's read it out, bro. That was another video, bro. What are your thoughts, bro? Like, this type of females be annoying me. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You could piss me off too much, bro. What the actual? What the fuck, bro? These are the type of girls you avoid like a plague. Avoid them, yeah. Peace out, man.